Welcome to Nexus Tech. This is our very first briefing, and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to show you how looking at the events of just one single day can give us a crystal clear view of our entire technological future taking shape right now.
So, how much can a single day really tell you about the next decade? Well, as it turns out, a whole lot. We've picked one day, November 2nd, 2025, because it gives us this perfect snapshot of 5 incredible technological revolutions all happening at the exact same time.
So here's the game plan. We're going to start with the unbelievable scale of AI, then jump into AI that acts on its own, a live cyber threat that has everybody scrambling, the new race to commercialize space, and wrap up with a huge leap that's making quantum computing a reality.
All right, first up, the AI infrastructure arms race. The story here is all about one thing: massive, mind-bending scale, the kind you need to power what's coming next in artificial intelligence. $38 billion. And no, that is not a typo. That is the size of just one partnership that was announced on this day between OpenAI and Amazon Web Services. A number that big isn't just an investment, it's a tremor, a sign that the ground is shifting beneath the entire AI world.
Now, this deal is way more than just a big check. It's a strategic power play. You know, for years, when you thought OpenAI, you thought Microsoft. This move with AWS, well, it's basically a declaration of independence. It diversifies their power base and completely redraws the map of who's leading the AI arms race.
And all that incredible infrastructure, it's not just for making AI models bigger, it's unlocking something new: autonomy. We're seeing this major shift from AI as a tool that you have to command to AI as an intelligent partner that works for you.
So meet Aardvark. This is also an OpenAI project. And let me tell you, it's not just another security tool, it's an autonomous agent. Think of it like a brilliant security researcher powered by GPT-5 that lives inside your code and just never, ever sleeps. It's always watching.
So how does this whole thing work? Well, Aardvark runs this constant 4-stage loop. First, it analyzes all your code to map out potential threats. Then, it watches every single new piece of code that gets added. If it finds something fishy, it tests it in a safe, isolated environment to see if it's a real threat. And if it is, it actually writes a patch and hands it to a human for the final OK. It's the whole security cycle totally automated.
And the results are just wow. In testing, Aardvark sniffed out 92% of known vulnerabilities. But here's the kicker. This isn't just some lab test. It has already found 10 real-world security flaws that were so serious they got official CVE numbers. That's the big leagues for cybersecurity threats.
But you know, while Aardvark shows us a future of proactive defense, our present is still all about playing defense reactively. And that brings us to trend number 3, the non-stop, always-on reality of cyber vulnerabilities.
So, on the same day OpenAI was showing off its new guard dog, the rest of the security world was in a panic trying to contain this CVE 2025-61932. This is a massive flaw in a software that tons of businesses use, and it scored a 9.3 out of 10 on the severity scale. Yeah, that's really, really bad.
So what does this thing actually do? The technical jargon says it all. It allows attackers to execute remote code arbitrarily without authentication. Let me translate that for you. It means a hacker from anywhere on Earth can take complete control of your system without even needing a password. It's like leaving the front door wide open.
And here's the truly scary part. This wasn't new. Hackers had been actively using this exploit out in the wild since April. The public announcement on November 2nd just started the clock on a frantic 10-day race for U.S. federal agencies to patch their systems. It just goes to show you how real and how urgent these threats are.
Okay, let's pivot. We're going to go from the digital world of cyberspace to the final frontier of outer space, where another huge trend is taking off: the commercialization of things that used to belong only to governments.
This whole new space race really revolves around one simple but massive question. The International Space Station, humanity's home in orbit for decades, is getting retired in 2030. So, who's going to fill that void? What comes next?
Well, the answer isn't another government. It's a new wave of private companies. And on this exact same day, November 2nd, a major player made its move. Vast Space successfully launched its Haven demo. It's a test for the guts of what will be their fully autonomous space station. This mission puts Vast right up there with the big players like Axiom and Voyager in the race to build our next home in lower Earth orbit.
All right, for our fifth and final story, we're zooming out from the vastness of space to the impossibly small world of quantum mechanics. The big trend here is how science that was once pure theory is finally becoming real, practical, achievable technology.
So, to get this breakthrough, you need to know about something called magic states. The simplest way to think about it is that quantum computers are super powerful, but also super fragile, and they make a lot of errors. Magic states are like a special ingredient that helps them do the hard math reliably, without messing up. The problem has always been that making this ingredient was so difficult and inefficient that building a useful quantum computer was pretty much a fantasy.
That is, until now. On November 2nd, news dropped about a new method from researchers at Osaka University. Think of it like they found a new recipe that's thousands of times more efficient. It lets them create these essential magic states using way fewer resources. This is a genuine giant leap toward building quantum computers that can actually solve real-world problems.
And believe me, this isn't just for science papers. There is serious money flowing in. We're talking over $6 billion invested in just the first 9 months of 2025 alone. And the whole market is projected to be worth almost $100 billion by 2035. Breakthroughs like this one, they're what's going to make that happen.
So let's just pull it all together. This is our November 2nd snapshot. 5 totally different fields, 5 huge news stories, all telling one single connected story about how fast technology is accelerating. From insane AI infrastructure and autonomous security to the constant threat of cyber attacks, the privatization of space, and finally, quantum computing becoming real.
Look, these 5 trends are moving at lightning speed, and what we saw on this one day is really just the beginning. If you want to keep up with what's coming next, make sure you subscribe to the Nexus Tech channel. We'll keep breaking it down for you just like this.
And I'll leave you with a question to think about. As these 5 incredible forces, massive AI, autonomous agents, cybersecurity, commercial space, and quantum computing, all start to blend together and influence each other, what do you think the single biggest breakthrough is going to be that will define the next decade? Thanks for watching.